So the other day, I recently just did a tweet where I just put Dak Prescott stats since he's returned and Josh Allen stats from that same week when Dak Prescott had come back from his injury. And look, there was nothing to the tweet, right? And I didn't provide any argument. I just put stats. And I had a handful of responses which were absolutely hilarious. I had people thinking that I was making the case that Josh Allen was worse than Dak Prescott. I had a bunch of Eagles fans go on there and be like, oh, well, what about Jalen Hurts? What about Jalen Hurts? And then I've had a couple other people be like, oh, well, I don't understand what your argument is here. And then other people be like, oh, this guy's right. Without any damn reason or understanding of why I put the tweet there. And there were two reasons I put the tweet there, one of which I put a reason out. The other I was going to discuss in this video for you guys to see it here on YouTube. So before we begin, if you can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to support the channel further, hit the join button, become a channel member here today. Now look, the first part I put on my Twitter, and it reads as follows. So clearly many people missed the point of this tweet. The point of the tweet was to showcase how the media has biases towards players due to agendas. While I believe Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, the fact that he's not being dragged for his poor performances, while Dak Prescott gets dragged regardless of what he does, is a big problem with objectivity when discussing football with a holistic perspective. And that's really the biggest thing that I have a problem with in this day and age, is that there are so many people that are going out there and spewing narratives without proper, reason or just any form of context. Now, I am not saying, again, that Dak Prescott's better than Josh Allen or vice versa. So the main thing that I have is that when you look at these stats at face value, you should be saying, hey, this doesn't look good, right? Like, look at this. Josh Allen, since Dak Prescott's returned back from his thumb injury, 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 1,573 yards, all of which on 60.3 completion percentage, and the team's 5-2, right? Now, that's not a good touchdown to interception ratio. I'm not a fan of those high interception numbers, and it's not like he's throwing a lot of touchdowns to compensate for that, but hey, your team's winning, and it's not like you got to do a whole lot, so props to you there. And there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that, but then when you go to Dak Prescott, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,713 yards, all of which on 71.2 completion percentage, and the team 6-1, I see a completely different script. Oh, the schedule's easy, or he's just playing like trash, but it's just the inconsistent nature of things is what pisses me off. I don't have a problem if you trash on both of them or praise both of them, right? But I don't want to see a thing where it's like, oh, well, Space Cowboy, you look at Josh Allen, he has that injury to his elbow, and it's causing him not to make good throws, and they're not trying to throw the ball a whole lot, and it's causing him to get all these interception numbers, when I could just be like, okay, well, Dak Prescott has the thumb injury to his throwing hand. Does that mean that that's affecting that? And if you tell me, well, no, that has no excuses, Dak needs to play better, and you're giving Josh Allen excuses, that's bullshit. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. But again, you got to be consistent with this. Neither of them are playing their best football. And that's okay to admit that. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with criticizing Dak Prescott's play, and there's nothing wrong with criticizing Josh Allen's play without saying one's better than the other. And that's what gets on my nerves. People think, oh, it's a debate on who's better. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. So stop trying to do that shit. And then you got the Eagles fans coming in here being like, oh, well, what about Jalen Hurts? I don't give a flying fuck about Jalen Hurts. Yes, the guy is the MVP of the league right now. Yes, I said it. And I stand firmly behind that. Okay? Like, I'm not trying to concede that point. I felt that way for the past couple of games. And I ain't saying this shit for brownie points, kissing ass, or anything like that. Guys, if you've been following the NFL, you know what the trend is. The quarterback that's on the best team with the best stats wins the award. That's how it works. That's how it works. Like, I understand that many people are very adamant in Cowboy Nation to say, no, guys, stop it. We need to stop this. and I know that's a little side tangent here, but getting back to the main thing, the post had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. A bunch of Eagles fans are trying to get validation for me saying that Jalen Hurts is better than Dak Prescott. Okay, cool, congratulations. Yes, he's playing better at this point in time. He is a MVP candidate, MVP front runner, and I did say he's going to win MVP because of the aforementioned, precedents that have been set before him. So look, there's your validation. I mean, really, you shouldn't need validation from a guy like myself because a lot of times people don't know who the hell I am. So they come in acting like I'm some arrogant cowboys, which I'm not. I'm just here to speak the facts, and the facts are the facts, right? So I know people disagree with me on that, but that's okay. That's what's awesome. We can disagree. You can say that, Space, you're wrong. I don't really care. But getting back to this main point, it's about consistency. We just had a situation where Dak Prescott had a 98 game winning drive. Oh, but it was against the 1-11-1 Houston Texans. Who gives a fuck? Everyone was praising Baker Mayfield for the 98-yard touchdown drive. If Aaron Rodgers did it, if Kirk Cousins did it, Jalen Hurts did it, if whoever, and they got praised, but you're going to shit on Dak Prescott for doing it, that is a hell of a double standard right there. I mean, we just saw a thing where I think it was Joy Taylor was like, oh, we want to see these teams gut it out, and that's what tells me a lot about these teams. And then when you see a team like the Cowboys and Dak Prescott blow the shit out of that same team, you know what I'm talking about, the segment, and you go like, oh, well, they're a bad team, so you should have beaten them this badly anyway. Like, it tells me that media just says shit for saying shit, which anybody would know that. So again, I want to make this evidently clear. The reason for my post, and I'm glad that people responded to the way it did, because it confirmed that people will say shit because either they fully believe that or they're just saying shit for clicks. What I said, I didn't even say anything behind it. All I said was, yo, these are the numbers. I'm honestly going to probably put a post out there about Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott and see people throw their fucking lids off. You know what I mean? And I'm probably going to do that right after I record this video, so you'll probably see it. So with that being said, guys, I do hope you enjoy this little video of mine. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? Have a good one.